Welcome to Fast and Fit with Mark and Jacie. I'm Mark.
I'm Jacie.
This is Jacie.
This is Mark.
And we're here to talk to you today about long-term fasting. Jacie and I have been fasting for a little bit over a year. We've been doing intermittent fasting, and we've done several long-term fasts. And we're about ready to do another long-term fast.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like for 5 days.
She's going to do 5 days. I'm going to do 7 days. We've done long-term fasting in the past.
Yes.
We do the long-term fast every 3 months at the season change. So when winter becomes spring, we do a long-term fast. So we've done 3 so far. A long-term fast is from 72 hours for days to weeks. And we are now at about a week. We started with 3-day fast.
Yeah.
So why long-term fasting?
Long-term fasting, I think the best reason is I want to be more healthier. And I'm curious. If longer I do, the better it will be.
Fasting is good for you. It is good for your health. And that's why we are doing it. That's how I convinced Jacie to do it, because she is not ill. I am ill, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to start long-term fasting. I have been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is an autoimmune disease of the colon, and I also hurt my knee a couple of years ago, and I found out that I have osteoarthritis. I think that both of these conditions were caused by fluoride. We'll talk about fluoride in other shows, but just suffice it to say that fluoride is the reason that I have ulcerative colitis and osteoarthritis. There is a connection there. Jacie is nice and young. She is not ill at this point.
I just think I'm not ill, but I'm not perfect healthy, because I don't think anybody is perfect healthy now, with all the stress from the work and from everything we eat and the pollution. So I think nobody's really perfect healthy.
Stress, and we try and eat healthy, so we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and we'll be discussing the kinds of things that we eat. We eat superfoods and this kind of stuff, but there are some things that we eat that are conventionally grown, and so there are going to be pesticides on them. We totally stay away from processed foods, so we don't have to worry about preservatives and additives to food in that way. But we're still going to get stuff in our food, no matter what. And you talked about pollution, the air pollution. We're in China, and the air pollution in China is bad, with a capital B, capital A, capital D, capital P for pollution. It's bad. And even when it gets a little bit better, it's still bad. So we're still breathing in toxins, particles that do not belong in our body. And so, of course, Jacie is not perfectly healthy, unfortunately. But fasting is one way to help the body heal itself, and that's really why you fast, is to help the body heal itself. I've heard doctors say, the smart ones anyway, I've heard doctors say that medicine and doctors have never healed anybody. The body heals itself.
I have heard about that also. Yeah.
So we are providing our body with a chance to heal itself by giving it a rest from food and digestion.
Yes, yes.
70% of our energy is consumed by digestion, the digestive process.
And try to get our body to the best condition. Right?
That is correct, yes. And so we eat right, we fast, we exercise, and we try and do what's best. probably don't get as much sleep as we should, but insomnia is one of the problems with fasting. And I don't have a problem with the insomnia. I just feel like my body doesn't need that much sleep when I'm fasting.
That's true.
How do you feel about losing sleep?
Hey, the funny thing is, we don't get a lot of sleep as we used to have, but we don't feel tired. We don't feel exhausted. We feel more energetic. That's some part that I couldn't understand at the beginning.
So do you remember your first 3-day fast?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So the first days is like normal, like usually.
Just like intermittent fasting?
Yes. But the second day, for me, okay, I felt a little bit weird because I felt more like a little bit headache and I feel tired. So basically I try to lie down on bed and drink more water because we can only drink water and tea at that time, right?
The second day of our first 3-day fast, I think our bodies basically said, okay, you didn't feed me for a day and I'm used to that, but now I'm ready for food, and where's my food? And so there was a little bit of headache, maybe a little bit of nausea, upset stomach, and we had no idea what was going to happen that third day. No idea. I had done a lot of research on fasting, long-term fasting, and I have done fasting before, but never before this year have I done just total water fast. So that was a new experience. So we had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
How did you feel that third day?
The third day, I want to quit actually. Yeah, because I did feel very uncomfortable, and I just feel like because I have this shoulder very sore and tight feeling, and it feels like it's more, like it emphasized the pain on my shoulder and my neck. Then I feel like pain everywhere and uncomfortable stomach.
Uncomfortable stomach, absolutely. I felt like I was about to die. I really did. I wanted to quit also, and that's why it helps to have somebody to do the fasting with, so you can kind of talk about how you feel and is it normal. And I had done a lot of research on what we were going to feel, so I knew that it was normal. Had I not done that research, had I not had someone to talk about, does this sound like what I've read, I might have been ready to quit that third day also. But we stuck it out. We definitely stuck it out.
We just kept saying like, one more day, tomorrow we can eat. Right? We have done 2 days in a row. Why not the third day, right? Just
and do you remember what we talked about? What was our topic of conversation?
Always about food. What we gotta eat.
What are we gonna eat when we're done?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, this sounds good, and that sounds good, and this sounds good.
And the smell of the dishes the neighbors cook, we just went there and then take a deep breath.
Oh,
and, enjoy that smell.